Hi, Andrew here, and I'm going through the motions. I've noted a time or two along the way that sometimes you just gotta show up and grind. Well, my problem right now is that things are good. Wait, that sounds wrong. The problem isn't that things are good. Obviously, that's never a problem. The problem is that things are good, but I'm not. How good are things? My wife and I just passed a milestone. We just passed our 20th anniversary. So when I refer to my beautiful, long-suffering bride, 20 years of marriage. We've been together a long time. And she's put up with this for a long time. And only learned about the problems that I have because I only admitted them out loud in the last year. So she put up with the mood swings and the moodiness and the listlessness and the temperament and all of the things that I hid. My letting the world think that I was a dick rather than think that I was broken and depressed. All of those things. She's put up with that for 2 decades. And this being a big one, I mean, kind of a milestone, 2 decades, we had a fabulous weekend. We went away for a night. We left the boys with their grandparents, and we went away and we had great food. We had a lovely time paddling on the river. We had a lovely time hiking in the gorge. Everything was great. And it was exhausting. And we got back, and real life came back, and the listlessness hit me. I don't know if it was Monday or Tuesday, but I noticed once again that I was unmotivated, that old monster depression had grabbed a hold of me, and he was whispering naughty, nasty questions in my ear about what's the point of it all? What's the purpose? What is there? And when he does this, and I start getting wrapped up in my head, I lose motivation. I get listless. I talked about couch lock. A couple nights ago, I got so couch locked, I wasn't even doing anything. I literally wasn't doing anything. Wasn't getting up to do my yoga. I wasn't even turning on the next episode of Billy Bob Thornton's Goliath, which I've been watching on Amazon. I was so listless, I couldn't even entertain myself. I was so listless. Today, lunchtime was approaching, and one of the things that I like to do on a pleasant afternoon after my lunch, after my walk, is to sit in the backyard with something to read and a cigar. If you've been around long enough, you've even seen me mention a couple of them. And this is one of the things that I like to do. The problem that I ran into was my stomach is growling at 10 this morning. And I finally forced myself to eat something so that I wouldn't get the shakes on my walk, and that the nicotine wouldn't have any effect on me. Don't have heavy amounts of nicotine on an empty stomach on nothing but caffeine. There's a story in there for another day. I needed to eat peanut butter and honey sandwiches. I've been eating them every day, pretty much, for lunch since I learned how to make them 50 years ago. I love peanut butter. And I was staring at the peanut butter and honey jars, and I was like, what's the point? My stomach's growling. I'm turning myself inside out. I'm so hungry, and what's the point? I don't feel like it. And that's where I said, I'm just showing up. I'm just grinding. I'm going through the motions, I think is what I said. And that's what I'm doing. I told myself, this will end. This is not the conditions that will always be. There is another side, but you have to get through it. And to get through it, in the same way that you get through a difficult task with your job or your studies or whatever. It's not easy. Grind. Show up. Put in your time. Go through the motions. And that's what I've been doing. Even inside of that, it's difficult. I ate dinner tonight because my wife got it for me. We had some leftover pizza that we got for the boys, and I ate a piece or two, but it was low-end cardboard pizza, let's put it that way. The kind of thing that little boys think is just awesome. But old daddy thinks, yeah, no, not so much. And I mean, I ate some of it because I needed to have something in my stomach, and I was going through the motions. But that's it. And later, my wife had to work late today, and when I was getting ready to take the boys, bring the boys to their piano lessons, I got a text. Do you want me to pick you up something from the mall? And so I had to get me a wrap. I didn't even care what it was. I just knew that if she put it in my hand, her having gone to the effort to do that would psychologically prime me. It would force me to eat. And that's it. It's what I did. I'm going through the motions. If you're struggling, believe me, I understand. I struggle, and I've struggled for 40 years. If you're struggling, go through the motions. I read somewhere that with spinal cord victims, they actually put them through the motions of walking or cycling to keep the body physically working, so that when therapies improve to reconnect the neurons, the body remembers how to do things. They put them through the motions. Well, I've been putting myself through the motions of life. Put yourself through the motions of life, so that when you've come out of the trough and you're coming back up, you're still active, you're still healthy, you've eaten well, you've slept well, you've lost some time to struggling with your demons, but you've done the things that you need to do. You're not losing your job, you're not losing a relationship, you're not losing your health, you're not losing your well-being. Well, go through the motions. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share, you do the things. That was my time. Now it's your time. And in the meantime, take care of yourself. And you'll see me soon.